It's great shots of the building and the auditorium.
NPR has been really big on it, but it sounds really.
Okay. Are we ready, Mark?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
I will call the May 17th, 2021 Design Review Board meeting to order. First order of business is approval of the May 3rd, 2021 meeting minutes. They've been Kurt, I know y'all here, don't have a chance to read them.
No, I move for approval.
All right, I've got a motion for approval by Mr. Brewer. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Sign these and pass them on to Mr. Kurt. And first item up is 535 College Street, certificate of appropriateness to allow landscape modifications, HR3 district. The applicant was previously deferred by the PRB on 5/3/2021. Lori, if you'll come up and introduce yourself and state your address, and you tell us a little bit about your proposal.
All right, Laurie Fickling, the address is 155 Oak Haven Avenue. And the revised proposal for the landscape modifications at 535 College. After listening and reading through some of the comments that we got back on the original proposal, we've revised it to what is now a brick walkway in a circular pattern. We are doing a brick drive in the same pattern to maintain the kind of overall historical character that's already there and try to keep it as close as possible to the same location and materials. It's going to widen by 3 feet.
Pavers. Not like brick.
We've
Concrete unit pavers.
proposed brick on this one to keep it as close as possible to the existing conditions. And we would be taking out only 1 tree in this proposal and maintaining the walk that's on the side currently as well. It goes to the back of the house. Yeah, the other aerial photograph that's in the proposal is a precedent image from 261 College Street. There's a circular drive in front of that one that was similar in character on the same street, so I thought I would include that.
How wide the other drive is?
On College, the 261. No, I did not measure that one, but I did measure another precedent for a circular drive that was 8 feet wide exactly as well. So.
My feelings are still still the same, and it's that we're gonna have a car parked in front of that house, and no matter how you promise to use it, at this point, there's no enforcement of it from our end, and I understand that. I've seen that house up there before, that it's got a circular drive. In fact, I drove by it to make sure that I was remembering it correctly after we talked with after we met last time. You know, it's the precedent's still to try. Our precedent is to keep vehicles out in front of parking. It will become a parking area, and there's nothing we can do to enforce that. I still think your best bet is to try to expand behind the house, and I understand it's more difficult, but to me, it's not something we want to go down. It's not something we want to do, but I don't want to vote. Open with opinions.
I don't disagree with you that you will eventually see cars in front of there, because the precedent one on College, that's where they park. And when you drive by, that's where the cars are. I do understand that is a very tricky driveway to back out of, and would not want to have to do that every day. I do like this option better than the previous one, because I did not want to see a parking pad in front of the house. But I don't disagree with Chris's concerns as well.
I concur.
So I guess we, as drawn with the circular driveway, we do a motion. Can we do that? As proposed for the circular driveway in the front, I move that we deny due to our concerns about parking in front of the structure. It's not in our guidelines.
We've got a motion, sir, Mr. Thompson, and a second from Mr. Brewer. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Worth a shot. All right, I'd like to defer further and submit another plan if that's possible.
What do y'all want to do?
That's fine with me.
Quite honestly, once you get in that backyard, we won't be able to see it. So
There's no need to defer.
we really don't have to approve, they really don't have to review unless you want them to.
But why don't we keep it open, that way if there's a structure or anything?
Okay.
Or y'all want to have some covered parking, we can review all that. Y'all think you're very pleasant. You're very nice and kind, so.
Her mother is using us to break her in.
Well, your mother is very nice.
I think she wants to turn all her stuff over to Lori.
So we're just gonna rescind what we just went through and say we'll defer.
Why don't we just hold it as a.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
We're good with that. Thank you very
You
much.
can keep coming back all you want.
All right.
And we're looking for a DRO, sign review.
Yeah. If this doesn't work out for you, we can. You
All
are.
right. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Bye.
All right, the next item is 869 Walnut Street. The appropriateness to allow the fence and wall, CBD2 district, Christopher Berry's the applicant. Mr. Berry, if you want to come up and give us your name and your address for the record, and then tell us a little bit about your proposal.
All right, so I'm Christopher Berry, the address is 869 Walnut Street. And so we just wanted to add a simple security fence. We can't help but take note that we have homeless people who decide to use our back area as a place to wash themselves. So not a pretty good look for a company that does IT consulting. So we also want to make sure we have a place to protect our vehicles, our people, because once we start hiring, people can have the liberty to stay later. And a lot of near the wells do surface at that time. So it's just a simple wood and wrought iron construction. It will have a 17-foot sliding gate though. We're definitely put that there so we can make sure that it is enclosed and others will not be using it or not under our employment.
Can you call it the street use, like, orient myself just a little bit as to the location?
It's two buildings behind Cheerios. Only landmark needed. Right behind the liquor store.
That's what it's about.
What?
Well, but I keep seeing the Jeep back there, so I don't know what's going on.
Okay, now I know where I am, gotcha. Okay, so it's the rear of the.
Right.
Okay.
And there's my lovely graphic showing the wall, if that made it through review. Where are all the other graphics? There we go.
Yeah, don't hire her to build your fence.
No, go, what happened to there? There you go.
Yeah.
That's from the back. Now, this is visible from a public right of way, but it is not on a public right of way. I'm standing in the alley. Well, actually, the person taking the picture was in the alley. That was not me. The crop that bisects that block.
The first office I ever worked with in Macon is up where that white SUV is, way up the hill there.
Here?
Yeah. And I can definitely understand the need for security there.
Right.
There was a little well-beaten path inside the office that everyone used.
On their
People
way
often-
to and
people-
from Mulberry.
People often slept there during the day or in need.
No.
You know, our neighbors across the street from Wake and Foshy, they actually mentioned that they had people sleeping back there. And a few months back, there was a guy who walked in on their secretary as soon as they opened. And same guy was trying to jimmy our back door open. So all the more reason we need this. We also have data service, and we would prefer for those to stay safe.
Just that, I mean, is there a plan view of how this is me just being worried. Are you right on the property line or the alleyway with your fence?
Yeah, no, there's your bottom left picture.
Okay.
So
It
only,
won't get hit by the cars driving by.
right, so only from our building to that wall beside. So we can park the cars and make sure the doors are secure.
Got it. Got it.
Fence heights again are
8 feet.
8 feet.
Get behind the building like that, and that plan dropping off back there. With the 8 foot height. Just friendly advice, the cantilever takes up a whole lot more space, just make sure that as you go in that direction, that the installer is taking it into account, how it's going to work. With the cantilever rails and everything, it's got to be a lot further out there, or either they have to actually install an I-beam for it to run across.
Okay. So if possible, because it'll be no issue from what we are hearing from our neighbors, where our property line is, if they have to come out just a touch further, it'll be no issue.
Well, we cannot get you permission to be on somebody else's.
No, not on there. I'm talking about where our property line is. So further from the red line, if they need to come out just a touch more, then if that's approved.
If you have to make a small field adjustment like that, I would be fine.
Okay.
If you are worried, you might want a surveyor to show you exactly where the property line is.
We've done that literally 3 times last week.
Okay, then you're good.
They all agree? All right.
You would be surprised. How many times we get a survey, then it's from one surveyor, and then you get one from another surveyor, and they're completely.
And downtown properties are weird.
We've experienced that.
Yep.
And one thing to remember is on wooden fences, the finished side goes to the outside.
Right.
All right, do we have a motion?
I will make a motion that we approve 869 Walnut Street as submitted.
All right, I have a motion from Mr. Robinson, do I have a second? Second. We have a second from Mr. Thompson, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Do
you.
appreciate
Thank
Wish
you
you much luck.
All right.
Who do you use for your survey? You just or who do you use?
If I remember correctly, the guy is, I'm gonna say Foster and Associates in Dublin, I believe. I might be getting it wrong.
Okay.
You
It's
will
hard to find a
go,
small surveyor.
this will go to commission next Monday for ratification, and then I will send you an email with the permit.
All right, I'll be looking out for it.
Thank you. Have a good day. Does anyone know if it's full public session?
All right, so new business.
That would be Ms. Dupton.
What do you call?
127 Corbin Avenue, that's all out.
Yeah.
What are these people out there near my parents' house?
That's it, survey.
Got to drive though, Mark's not here.
Oh, okay.
Can we take 2 more?
Is this the house that's for sale over
Actually, you can drive if you want to. If you pull at 12740, and then in the Dropbox under RD folder, I have it says variance.
And we have, okay.
I need to make sure they're good with me issuing something subject to that
Gotcha.
for planning purposes. When you pull up the survey, and then the area office, so they have some stuff they're going to bring to you guys, that they're developing a plan.
You work on the plan? Yes.
Okay. Should be, some various important. So, cut off a rear portion of it, and that's the alley, so it looks kind of odd. They have to have a C of A to do it, because it's in the historic district, and really plat period, and they've got to have a variance from us because, that alley is less than 30 feet. They need to do that for the sell the house, and then they're working on closing the alley. For that's the two properties that are owned by the big house, as well as the other alleys you go to the aerial, to public.
Now, how are they gonna close that alley when they're parking for those apartments?
Yeah, that, not the whole alley, just the part that's in, on either side. Well, the alley dead ends right there.
That ends in the parking area.
Oh, I was thinking the parking areas, okay.
They've got parking on either end of that.
What's the
I'll
difference?
show you, it's 127, 127.
Remember all this. I mean, I grew up on Corbin Avenue, I rode my bike up and down.
Still trying to figure out where it is.
Okay.
So, you know where that left building is? You know where that left building is?
On
Right
my road.
there on the corner of Corbin and Bible.
Yes.
There's an alley right behind it, and it goes up behind the house.
Okay, guys. It's up, over, there.
And Steve Schroeder used to have the studio.
Okay. So, the two right here, they want to cut that end off. They own the two properties on this end. And so, why don't you go? What they're talking about right now is just a matter of planning.
So where's the big house?
The big house is where Randy's standing. Right here.
Okay.
They're actually talking about trying to get this too, because they've had a lot of break-ins coming from over here into the parking for the big house, here. So they're working with the county engineer on closing some of this and adding it, and then closing it here, because they own these two properties. And then combine, and they bought this, and then bought this, and this. But now, this is gonna take a while. So they need to plat this piece, which requires a survey, and requires variance for this as well. So they're gonna take it off here. Okay, well, let me ask you something, right above where the bottom, that's, the parcel right above there is owned by somebody else, and it's just a parcel.
I know.
In the middle of the
It's
block.
created illegally. You figure out how, yeah.
And it used to be conveyed, I think, this parcel. I couldn't even find houses.
Then they sold this piece off without that.
Yeah,
And so, and I went back, like, that happened sometime in the last, well, I had to figure out.
I couldn't track it back and figure out what happened.
It's weird, it's a weird one, it's Jim Rose and I sat there. I'll look at some stuff, trying to figure it out. I'm thinking it about it.
My only concern long term, I have no problem with it, property, but I haven't been back there because we use that to pull up here in the park, speed and all that stuff.
I think that it's overblown now, but over that block through here, I don't know, but they've had problems on like this house, and part of the big apartment world, and then working into, but they see where they went to and stuff, but they can't find. And what they, I don't.
That opens up the road for and all that, goes back to anyhow.
Yeah, so, I don't know, that's why this is gonna take a long time to put over there this year. But for now, they just look at the eventual big plan is to try to get this, started on the track, and come in with everything on it. It does all come to you. Something like
I have zero. You know, anybody who's ever been in those houses that have these off the only one that really maintains that depth on their lot is the house next door. That,
that.
the other pastor is like.
We just didn't want to,
We felt, Jim and I we talked to Wales, was just about another, provided you guys and got your blessing before we just issue it. Because it's gotta have all the departmental signatures in the plat, and we'll issue the CNA and the variance subject to that. Just to make sure.
That's a much better use of that property. Big house.
Yeah. And then the next thing, is, court on Friday. Whether anyone's. This, they didn't show up for the last 2 months. They were asked them to stuff so that they can be on the 3rd or on this one again, and they're not taking it. So I sent them another email this morning requesting information. That's why I've had to respond. I don't keep place, so we'll see if they can show up for it. She's not really, that she wanted to give every opportunity because she is a rider on there. She wanted to make sure she did every opportunity before she did.
Well, then he got shot or whatever it was.
No, I'm talking about that.
Stay up.
I'm talking about the last time in court. That was the judge's thing, was I to give every opportunity. So we sent him an email, and Eric sent a certified letter. And so they didn't have comments.
And if I recall, our requirement was replace the rails with wood rails and add pieces of trim back to the columns. That was it.
Right, anything else needed to come back to that.
Right. But and
They needed to put the wooden, they needed to replace the spindles, they needed to keep the gate open except when they're expecting the package. Dogs around, you know. And they needed to paint. They needed to paint the columns. You know, obviously the head is unfinished wood. Or stone that needed to be painted. And they put a little trim back on the column. Area. And, that's pretty much it. Oh, and no shutters. Not the board and back shutters that they were, wherever they are. We couldn't do it. And they have not done any of that, but they have proceeded to add stuff.
the painting, they're making it off the mic, but I mean.
Yeah, we don't control paint colors.
Yeah, we can't control paint colors. You know, they're obviously working on the property, and so it seems to me like that could have been part of the work along the way. You know,
Well, yeah, they actually contacted the mayor about it, and Jim called and asked what the status was, and he said, well, they weren't being unreasonable, they just didn't like the answers, and then, you know, things were where they were, and they haven't shown up before, and they've continued to do worse, but evidently, they contacted the mayor that we use, they should have involved in the historic district.
if that indeed passes, I'm looking for to start doing anything like that.
And so,
Without
so I think the mayor wasn't the whole thing, so he made her take off, but then he involved in the street.
Well, I feel like we're trying to work with them and reach a consensus.
And you didn't say you got to immediately, well, you gave them 6 months. They made no attempt during that 6 months. Matter of fact, we even thought 4 and 5 or something, you know, because they complained we were harassing them, that they had until December the 3rd. So we should not contact them again until December the 3rd, so we didn't. And then he had his accident or whatever at the convenience store, and we didn't take it to court. And then COVID hit, so it was just past fall before we went to court. And she presented a lot of photos of things that she still worked in the historic district that looked like hers, and that, therefore hers should be fine. And so the judge said for us to put it back on. Well, we can't research it if you have anything to weigh an option on, if we don't have addresses and photos.
This is
So you
still
will know.
going on.
And so she still has not emailed me those photos and addresses. So I have no idea whether they're actual photos of Macon-Bibb County or somewhere else, or.
That was so long ago, I forgot now.
June of 2019, that's how long it's going on.
Good job.
And I think it started in May, but we actually closed it in June. But that's the difference, it's going to be.
I just think it's unfortunate that, I mean,
It's got to be.
there's work out there, I will grant you, up and down the streets in the Valleyville area that has not come before this commission, and that people just put up with, of course, what we don't have that staff, but, you know, I mean, it seems like everybody's doing a reasonable time and, you know, all the way through the process. And I feel like we're just asking to do that halfway.
I have not seen anything as egregious as what they have done, except maybe that fence on those kids. On Beaver.
That's not nice.
No, that is nice.
It's the one on Walnut.
No, oh, yes, it does actually. I haven't, I should.
It was just there one weekend.
Wow.
Came in on Sunday.
It's inside a wrought iron picket fence, whatever that, I don't know what that style is, your basic fence.
Yeah, so I mean, it's an aluminum type fence, I mean, which was put in without a permit as well.
I figured it might have
And the
been.
wall was put in without a permit.
Oh, my.
So, or certificate of appropriateness. But I will say this, the wall that's there now is yards better than what was there, even though I dislike the style of the wall. What was there was not crumbling, old concrete, quite old. And it was from trees that used to grow on that.
Yeah.
Quite old. We're on TV, I have to use lighter terms.
I understand.
Could you, hit that Hayward? It's,
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, do I have a motion that we adjourn?
I have so moved.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
That was David and Carrie.
Yes.